Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing the grade 6 lesson 3 worksheet. Let's get started. The length of the ceiling is 100 meters and its width is 50 meters. What is the ratio of width to length of the swimming pool? As we saw previously, this is how ratios work. You can divide both numbers by the same number to get something called a base ratio. In this case, let's divide both by 50. We get 2 to 1. This ratio and this original ratio are actually equivalent. Knowing that, what we can do with our base ratio here is just match it. It's the same answer. It doesn't work for any of these. These are all incorrect answers. For every 7 days in a week, Mia rides a bicycle 4 days. What is the ratio of days when Mia rides a bicycle to the days when Mia doesn't ride a bicycle? She does ride a bicycle every 4 days, and every 3 days she doesn't ride a bicycle. There's your answer. Be careful when reading this question. The number of days when Mia rides a bicycle is 4. That means the rest of the days in the 7-day week, she doesn't ride a bicycle, which means 3 days because of this math here. Logan and Emma are candidates of the school election. For every 6 student voters, 2 voted for Logan. What is the possible number of students who voted for Logan and Emma? So we have, this is our base ratio. Or I guess you can also make the base ratio 3 to 1, but technically this is our base ratio, and we need to make it bigger. So let's try multiplying these numbers by the same thing. 6 to 2, let's try multiplying both of them by 10. 60 to 20 is what we get if you multiply them by 10. But this isn't an answer. So let's multiply all of these numbers by, for every 6 student voters, 2 voted for Logan. Ah, see, I read that question wrong. You have to be really careful not to make the same mistake as me. Let me just get rid of these. Alright. For every 6 student voters, 2 voted for Logan. That means that 4 voted for Mia. This is our base ratio. 6 total, 2, and 4. Anyways, 2 times 20 and 4 times 20. 2 times 20 is 40, and 4 times 20 is 4 times 20 is 80. Let's do that again. 40 times 2 is 80. 80 times 2 is 160. We can keep going on like this, but let's try dividing some of these answer choices by this base ratio. 120 divided by 240. 120 divided by 120 is 1. And 240 divided by 120 is 2. 1 to 2 is equal to 2 to 4 because it's just 2 to 4 divided by 2 on both sides. So that means A is the correct answer in this case. Be careful to read these questions very carefully because I almost made a really big mistake there. Next question. Mia has 24 forks and 11 knives in her silverware drawer. What is the ratio of knives to forks? 24 knives is 11 to 24. Let's divide both by 10 to get a base ratio, I believe. What is the ratio of knives to forks? Well, so actually, none of these are the correct answer. That's kind of odd. The correct answer would actually be something like 1.1 to 2.4. Why are none of these the correct answer? Well, you might look at this and be like, oh, it's the same number. It's not, because this is saying there's 24 knives and 11 forks, which there isn't. It's backwards. These two numbers are obviously incorrect. This number divided 11 by 10, but it didn't do the same for 24. So the answer either has to be 1.1 to 2.4, or it could just be 11 to 24. Either of these answers would work. There are 70 empty seats on the bus and 2 passengers. What is the ratio of passengers to empty seats? 2 passengers, 70 empty seats. Divide both sides by 2, it's 1 to the 35th. Oh, odd again. We can see that the closest answer is this, but this says 2. So the answer would actually have to be 1 to the 35th. This is the correct answer. Lastly, the perimeters of two squares are 16 inches and 20 inches. What is the ratio of the lengths of their sides? 16 to 20? 4 to 5 if we were to divide by the greatest common factor, which is 4 in this case. 4 to 5 is D. Looks like this answer choice is correct. A really easy way to tell what to divide by is when you could do greatest common factor, or GCF, which is like the biggest number that you could divide both of these numbers evenly into. Or 2, you could look at the answer choices and see which numbers like you like the most, like personally. Like obviously 20 isn't going to divide into 9, so you could eliminate that. 20 obviously isn't going to divide into 9. 20 obviously isn't going to divide into 6, because 20 divided by 6 is like what? You 3, 18, 20, it's 3.3333333 repeating. So obviously it's an incorrect answer. Thank you.